Hello everybody, I'm about to go live on my radio show. It's actually the last one until September. So hopefully young Louis will be playing the music quite soon. Is anybody there? Yes, there's someone there.
Your question or comment. 816-251-3555. That's 816-251-3555.
All right, hope you're ready.
Get in tune with the sun, moon, and stars. This is Astrology with Yasmin.
Hello everybody, how are you? Hello on Unity Online Radio, and hello to those of you on Facebook Live who can see me. I have wet hair from the pool, can I just say, and I have one blocked ear, so I may be rubbing it slightly. And yeah, I've been swimming, I'm on holidays, and in fact this is the last show I'll be doing for a few weeks. I'm going to take all of August off, and I'm actually just going to, I'm really going to try and do absolutely nothing. As much as my work that I've done in advance will permit, I will be doing nothing. So welcome to the last show for now, and then I'll be back in September. And we're actually going to end on a pretty big note, so I'll go into that. Just a reminder that I will be taking your calls, and I will be doing readings, little mini readings. I'm also going to tell you how to get a big reading with me if you'd like to get a big proper full reading, which is quite easy. If you'd like to go into the draw to win a big proper full reading, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And but mainly what I want to do today is I want to tell you about well, where we are in the lunar cycle, and also the big astrological news that's happening in the coming week. It's actually a really kind of big note to go out on. So yeah, so I'll be telling you that as well. So I'm just give me 1 second. I'm just finding the number. I thought I had it up, but I didn't. I want to give you the number to call in. I'm pretty sure I know it, actually. Let me see. 816-251-3555. 816-251-3555 is the number if you'd like to call. I will be doing readings from my first deck of cards, the Moonology deck, but of course I have a new deck of cards coming out, which I will just ask my able assistant Louis. Hello, able assistant, can you please grab me a copy of the cards there, which are, yep, right there. As many of you will know, I'm going around France with, actually I've got two of these, two unopened decks of my new Moonology, thank you darling, manifestation cards. Would you like to come and say hello to everybody? This is where I make my son say hello. Say hello.
Hello everyone.
Oh, I can't help it. I'm a moon child. We love our children, and I'm Maltese. It's like worse than being Italian when it comes to being a mother. Thank you, darling. Yes, so these are my cards, my new cards. For those of you who can't see because you're listening, they are called the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. They have a beautiful kind of very purple cover with a very large quarter moon on them. It's actually a half moon, but it's called a quarter moon. And the artwork is by an amazing woman called Laurie Menner. And they're coming out in October, and I'm not opening them until September the 7th. Thank you, darling. At the very earliest. I might even do it on September the 9th because I've just realised I want to do it after the new moon. I've just been looking at a few things. If you're coming to my Moonology Diary launch party, I've just changed the date of that as well. The thing is, sometimes people on my team go and set dates, and I'm like, that's not the best date for the astrology. I'm just going to change it. So I probably drive them completely mad, but never mind. Anyway, so where do we start? Let's start with a little meditation, I think is the best thing. A lot of people on Facebook are saying, have a lovely holiday, you deserve a vacay and all that. And I'd just like to say, thank you for saying that. I believe I deserve a vacation. I believe everybody deserves a vacation. And I know lots of people aren't getting a vacation this year because of COVID. We are lucky because we rented a place in France. And that was a complete manifestation in itself. I'll just tell you really briefly, just so you can understand how manifesting works, which is basically what we do with Moonology. So my husband's best friends have a beautiful chalet, which the wife in the couple inherited from her dad, who inherited from his mother. And we've been going there on and off for about 15 years, and we normally go every 2 years. And there are actually 5 chalets within about, I don't know, is it half a mile or a mile or something? It's half a mile probably. And so they own one, but the others are all owned by another family who rent them out. And they're very humble, okay? Like, don't think what if I am? Who cares? But they're very humble. They're basically wooden boxes with electricity and running water. They're not big or flash or anything like that, but they are literally on the lake, as you will see, because I will be posting pictures when we get there quite soon. And anyway, so we would go there every second year, and we'd just go for a week because we were staying with our friends, and you know, you can't outstay your welcome and all that. And every year I think, oh my God, I really want to stay here. And I used to think, I'm just going to take cards and I'm going to put them under people's doors and, you know, say, if you decide you don't want to rent it anymore, please write to me. Here's my email address and all that. I never actually did that. But then what I did was one year, about 2 or 3 years ago, after like 10 years of going there, what happened was I just got into crystals, which I've only got into crystals in the last 2 or 3 years. Those of you who've been following me for a while will remember when I had this like crystal epiphany. Anyway, and so I found out that the crystals that in the lake, the pebbles are actually covered. Well, some of them are quartz, like either milky quartz or snowy quartz. I'm not quite sure. And also a lot of the pebbles are covered with mica or mica. Excuse me. And I was like, oh my God, no wonder this lake is so amazing. It's Lake Geneva. In French, they call it Lac Léman. No wonder this lake is so amazing. It's filled with pebbles that are filled with crystals, and finally understood why it's so amazing. Anyway, so that year what I did was I took home all these all these pebbles, and I would put them in my bath in London once we got home. So I'd run the bath full of hot water. I love a bath. Put the pebbles in there and just get in there and just lie there and just feel wonderful and think of the lake and how much I love the lake and how much I'd love to have a place at the lake and all this. Anyway, literally the year I did that, you know, within about 2 weeks of us getting home and me sitting in the bath of these pebbles, a woman who'd been renting one of the chalets, who I had actually met by chance and spoken to and actually gave her an astrology reading, she said, she was going to stop renting her place. And this was just unbelievable, because everybody always said, Yasmin, don't even think about it. These places stay with one family for 20 years. They get passed on from one person to the next in one afternoon. You'll never, ever, ever have a chance. And my husband was like, you haven't seen my wife when she wants something. And anyway, so this woman texts me and goes, Yasmin, it's, I won't say her name, let's call her Jeanne. It's Jeanne from the lake. Do you still want to rent a chalet? And I'm like, oh my God, yes, we do. Oh my God. She said, I've decided actually not to rent mine after all. So if you want it, here's the number of the person who owns it. So literally, that was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By 7 o'clock that night, we had rented the place, signed the contract, paid a year's rent, because you can only rent them for a year, because they are quite humble little places in their own way, even though I find them completely magnificent. because they're really for people who kind of live locally, or even in Geneva and just want a place to come in and sit and have a barbecue while they have a dip in the lake on the weekend. They're not really for people like me, but we go for weeks and weeks. Or last year we went for 5 weeks. This year we'll go for 4 weeks, and we'd go in the year, you know, if it wasn't for COVID. So, and then even better, it was such an amazing story, is manifesting. It's literally about what you want. You know, it's like, it's not just about writing down your wishes. This is something I'd said to people for years. I really want to get this place. And everybody went, oh, you'll never get a place. And I just kept believing and kept believing. And I knew one day we'd get a place. And then on top of that, this place was great, the one that she had. But it was kind of down on the path. So every time people walked past on the lake, they were kind of like saying hello. And we just felt like it became available. So there you go. A little manifesting story for you, just to get you going. So just for those of you who join me for the first time, my name is Yasmin Boland. I'm an astrologer. I'm a moonologer. I'm the author of a book called Moonology, and I'm also the author of the Moonology Oracle cards, and I'm the author of a diary, which is officially getting published tomorrow, but we're going to be celebrating at the new moon because we do things with the moon in this round here. And yeah, so that's what I do. So we set our intentions at the new moon and we release everything to the universe at the full moon, okay? And so with this manifestation of the chalet in France, I never actually wrote it down, but I said it a lot. And when you're manifesting, it's also a lot about what you're putting out there, you know. So if you set your intentions, that's like the perfect start. But then you have to like really believe it. So even when you've got people saying things like, oh, it's never going to happen, you're never going to get that place, what are you even thinking, as if... You know, these places go from one family to the next. You'll never get a look in. You just have to keep saying, huh, that's your reality. That's not my reality. Or even if you don't actually say it out loud, you can just think to yourself, you know, that is not my reality. That I don't believe that. I always believed that I would be able to get a chalet eventually, you know, and I suppose it came at the perfect time. So there we are. So where are we now in the cycle, you may ask? Well, we actually literally just had the full moon a couple of days ago. I was here, which is in Provence in France, which is really another manifestation, girl from Hobart ending up in Provence. But anyway, it's another story for another day. And I did a little full moon ceremony right where I'm sitting right now. I'm looking around because for those of you who came to my full moon ceremony, I did burn the piece of paper for all of us. And I actually put it on my Facebook story and on my Instagram story. So you should have seen that, hopefully. So yeah, so as soon as you have the full moon, you basically then move into the waning cycle of the moon. So the moon is big and huge and swollen and round and absolutely lovely. And then you have the full moon, and immediately you go into the waning cycle, which is basically as waning, obviously the word, you know, you might say the popularity of fast food is waning, is diminishing. So it's the waning cycle when the moon is waning. So every night when you look at the moon, you will see from now and the next 2 weeks, you'll see it getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So let me just quickly refer to my trusty Moonology Diary 2021. Where are we? So we have just had the full moon in Aquarius, which was on the 24th of July. And the new moon, the next new moon is going to be in Leo on the 8th of August. So I think that's when I'm going to launch my new diary, and I'm going to open up one of those decks of cards that I showed you before. So I did say at the start of all my ramblings today that I was going to tell you how to get a free reading with me, whether you want one or not. You probably don't want one after me carrying on like this like a pork chop, but I can help you manifest. You know, I can give you a one-on-one lesson about manifesting, or I can read your chart, or I can read your cards, or I can look at your past, present or future, whatever you want. All you have to do is buy a copy of my new diary and you only have 24 hours left to do this, by the way, if you haven't already bought it. Buy this in the next 24 hours and then go to a page, which if you're on Facebook, the link is above. If you're not on Facebook, it's moonmessages.com/diary 2022. And there you'll find a page which is all about the diary. It tells you what's there. If you don't already have a copy of the diary, you can buy it from there, pre-order it from there. If you've already got it, either way, put your transaction receipt number down the bottom, and then you'll go and you'll get all the goodies that we're going to be giving out once the diary, well, actually close to the end of the year. We're not going to be giving all the goodies out straight away. We're going to give them closer to the end of the year. But for those of you who are wanting to write your own book or doing, well, mainly if you want to write your own book, let me just tell you the reason why we kind of do a big song and dance about the diary coming out now is because when you write a book, this is just a little bit of marketing information ahead of me doing a marketing course one day. Maybe I'd like to do a cosmic marketing course. When you publish a book, you actually want to have lots and lots of pre-orders. And I know we have lots and lots of pre-orders actually, which is great. I had a meeting today with Hay House and they were telling me that it's going, all the pre-orders are great. So then what happens is when your book comes out, Amazon says, oh gosh, this is a popular book. And then they put it on their, you know, it triggers the algorithm, as they say, and then it will appear in more ads and front pages and pages on Amazon and all stuff like that. So if you ever have a book coming out, you want to try and get as many pre-orders as you can, which is why we are giving away all these bonuses. And I'm giving away this reading, this one-on-one reading of me reading your chart. You can't buy this. I don't sell them. I don't even do them. I just literally do them for friends and family and people I work with. I just don't do them because I do other things. It's not really my thing, although I do like doing, you know, every now and then I like to do one. So I'll be doing one reading for one person who pre-orders in the next 24 hours. So when I used to do readings, I used to charge about, I think, £250 for an hour. So you'll be getting we'll have about 45 minutes or an hour for about £12, £10. I think in American dollars it's $16.99. The reading is worth $250. One person will get it. Last year it was a lovely girl called Tracy Rampling who went on to do my Moonology certification course and is now a certified Moonologer. And maybe it will be you, but you have to buy it in the next 24 hours. That's the way to go into the draw for the reading. Now, Lindsay Oates on Facebook is saying, boop, I already pre-ordered. That's fine. All you have to do is go to the email, because everybody who's pre-ordered will have ordered it on an email at this point because it's not in the bookshops unless you've gone to the bookshop, in which case you can just send us a photo of you with your book. Go to your email that you got when you pre-ordered and get the transaction number. And if it was from Amazon, go to the page I've linked to above on Facebook or moonmessages.com/diary 2022 and put your details in there and you'll automatically go into the draw to win a free reading. Nikki J says, can I still be entered even though I pre-ordered through Amazon? Yes, like nearly everybody has pre-ordered through Amazon. That's just where everybody buys their stuff these days. Go to your email, type in Moonology Amazon or something like that. It will bring up the email that they sent you after you did your pre-order. Find your transaction number, go to moonmessages.com/diary 2022, scroll to the end of the page and put in your details. And there you will find, how to enter to get a reading. So there you go. Georgette says, going to order a copy for a giveaway in my group. Yay! Yes, you can enter twice. You can definitely enter twice. Just, yeah, you can enter twice. There we go. My ear's really bugging me. It's got water in it from the pool. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to do a little bit of chanting because I want to do a bit of chanting for the fact that we are now in the waning cycle. Then we'll go to the break. I might be able to do a reading before we go to the break, but probably not, maybe. And then I'll be doing some more just quick readings, unlike the full-length one you can win. And then I will be talking about a very, very, very big thing that's happening this week in the skies that you're all definitely going to want to know about if you haven't already heard of it, because it's so big you might already have heard of it. All right. Okie dokie. All right, so this is the chant that I like to do at the time of the waning cycle. So the waxing cycle from new moon to full moon is when you want to go for it, go for it, go for it, okay? And then you have the full moon, and then you have the waning cycle, which is let it go, let it fall away. Okay, so this chant is a chant that I learned in India 15 years ago, where I went to the Sri Narayani Peedam. And just for those of you on Facebook, I'm just going to show you. This is this magical sacred seed that I've been wearing ever since I went to the ashram for the first time. So it's I've been going there for 15 years on and off, and this is the chant that they do there, and it's not particularly for the waning cycle. You can do this chant anytime, but what it means is it means I surrender to the divine, or in fact more specifically, I surrender to the Divine Mother. And I find it a really, really good chant to do, well, all the time, and especially if I'm worried about anything, I will chant it, because it's like, here you are, divine, or my divine self that knows how to deal with this stuff. I surrender this to the divine. My teacher in India, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma, who I actually honoured on my page a couple of days ago because it was Guru Purnima, which is when you honour your teachers. Amma says we are all divine, we are all God. Like, my teacher in India is what you call a guru. A guru in my Australian accent, but guru just means teacher, and my teacher doesn't say, hello, I am the teacher, I am God, you are the student. Amma actually says, we are all divine, it's just that I'm aware of it and you're not yet, or you're probably not yet, because most of us don't realise that we are divine, do we? Let's face it. Okay, so we're going to do a little chant. Now, what time is it? It's almost time to go to the break because I've been yabbering on. I worry that people don't like to do too much chanting, although I do chanting every Thursday morning. We do it for 20 minutes. I'm just going to do it, this chant, I'm going to do it 9 times, okay? 9 times. Let me just see if I can see the time. We've definitely got time. Just trying to get my computer to... No, it won't tell me. I'm going to have to rely on Louis to give me a 1-minute warning. But I'm going to do it 9 times. It's Om Namo Narayani, and it means I surrender to the divine. I surrender to the divine, or I surrender to the Divine Mother. So we're going to do it together. Louis, my boy. Hello, son. Son, come here. Would you like to chant with me for 9 times?
Yeah, sure.
Good. He knows which side his bread's buttered on. Have you got your phone, darling?
No. Well, probably, but I don't know where it is.
All right. No, I was just trying to work out the time. Okay, sit down. We're going to chant together.
It is 5:30.
Huh?
5:30.
No. That means we don't have time.
No.
You sure it's 5:30? I can't talk that much. Hang on a minute.
We've got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Okay, I think we can do it in 2 minutes. Thanks, Louis. All right. So, getting the kid in on the action.
Okay.
Going to do it 9 times, all right?
Which one?
Om Namo Narayani. Here we go. If we go to the break, just keep doing it till it's 9 times. Om Namo
Oh, you missed a break.
Just made it. Thanks, darling.
Oh, attention for people. Oh, wow. Hello, everyone. It's great to hear this.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, you've got his deep voice because he's a young man now.
Yes.
Used to be a little baby. God, my ear is annoying me. I was hoping the chanting might magically clear it up. Actually, Leanne says you guys can make a CD. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Donna. There we go. So that's the chant to do anytime, but especially in the waning cycle. Now, let me just check something here because why is it saying my PIN is required? I don't even know my PIN. All right, let's try this. PIN is incorrect. Hang on, guys, just give me a second. Oh, what? Oh no, why can't I? Oh no. Oh, all right. There we go, I made it in. So let me just look here quickly because I'm just a little bit concerned. I didn't actually mention while we were chit-chatting, but literally in the last hour or two, I'm going to take someone's advice about my earlobe. She said, pull your earlobe while shaking your head. Feels better. Actually, it feels good. Oh my God, I think it worked. Excellent, thank you. So is that the chanting or the advice or both? Thank you, that's much better. Yes, so I just wanted to check because I've literally today just finished, would you believe, writing my 2023 diary. Crazy. Kay O'Malley, there was a comment way back asking, do you chant 108 times? Well, sometimes I do. When we do our chanting on Facebook, which we do in the Energetic Wellness Club, just put that into Facebook, it'll come up and we'll let you in. We do it on, I lead it on Thursday mornings, but it happens every morning. And we've been doing the Mahakali chant, which is a chant for epidemics and pandemics. And we've been doing that for over a year now. And I have to say, I think I got coronavirus and it was literally when I stopped doing the chanting. Not that I could have any proof that that was the case. And then we do chant it at least 108 times. But I just did it 9. 9 is also a sacred number. Okay, we're back.
Find out what's happening in the skies. Welcome back to Astrology with Yasmin.
Yasmin. Oh, it's so much better. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to part 2. Now, I just wanted to check something before I talked. Yes, but it's all good. This week is big because Jupiter is changing signs. I wanted to check because I didn't mention before, but I have literally just finished writing, would you believe, the 2023 diary. That's the 2021 one. This is the 2022 one. And I've just finished writing the 2023 one. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't looking at the wrong year, because I could have been looking at the wrong year. And, you know, when you work in astrology, you know, sometimes, you know, all the dates just meld into one. But it is true, and it's definitely this week. So so the big news of the week. Are you ready? Jupiter is changing signs. Jupiter is changing signs. It's very interesting because Jupiter's moving back into the sign of Aquarius, okay? And Aquarius is the sign of humanity. Now, we currently have nasty old Saturn in Aquarius, okay? So I believe, if there are any astrologers out there, back me up on Facebook. I can read your comments. I don't think anything says humanity in lockdown than Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn is the planet of hard lessons and hard news and karma and restrictions and confinement, you know, anything like that. And Aquarius is the sign of humanity. Now, would I have predicted before? No, because Saturn actually goes into Aquarius about every 29 years. And of course, we haven't had humanity in lockdown every 29 years. Often astrology is indeed easier in retrospect. There's no denying it. But now we look at it, we go, oh, for God's sake, of course, humanity in lockdown. And humanity is going to stay in lockdown on and off for a while yet, I'm afraid. And someone here, Kay O'Malley, saying, my poor daughter is Aquarian, she's been having a horrible time. So it is a challenging time if you're Aquarius, or if you have planets in Aquarius. But the good news is that Jupiter has been in Aquarius as well, and Jupiter's the lucky planet. And this week, Jupiter, who actually had moved into Pisces, is now moving back into Aquarius. I can tell you when exactly. Hang on a second. Just give me 1 second, because I'm not at home. I mean, I've been a bit all over the shop ever since we moved house because we're renovating. All right, so it's the 28th of July, so it's 2 days from now. Jupiter is going to move back into the sign of Aquarius. And that is really good because, for example, for Aquarians who had difficult lessons, anyone who's had difficult lessons, Jupiter will help you. And if you're an Aquarian that sailed through the whole Jupiter in Saturn, Saturn in Aquarius thing, if you've just sailed through having Aquarius in your sign, then you need to be really grateful because it means you're in line with your soul purpose. It means basically Saturn only causes you problems when you kind of need the lessons. If you're living the way you should, the way your spirit signed up to live when you first incarnated here, if you've learned all your lessons, if you've been, you know, behaving in the way you said you would, if you're living in a kind of a really positive way, Saturn really isn't going to come and whack you. Saturn whacks you when you've got lessons to learn that you haven't learned yet. All right. And plus, moreover, you've actually had Jupiter, the planet of good luck, in the same sign, so also in Aquarius. So, you know, hopefully you've been able to tap into the good luck vibes rather than just the difficult vibes. And Sabrina on Facebook is saying, how will this affect those with an Aquarius moon sign? Look, it affects everybody in different ways. If your sun, moon or rising sign is in Aquarius, it's going to affect you even more. So while there are lessons to be had, like I said, if you've been living really positively, you should be able to sail through this period. If you've been having ups and downs, well, Jupiter moving back into Aquarius this week until, I believe, the end of the year is going to make life a little bit easier, okay? I really hope that helps. Someone saying great validation. Lisa Lee saying, yes, was a good eye-opener too. I have learnt from the negatives. Well, that's perfect. I just wanted to find, oh yeah, someone else, Peyton, was saying, how do people who are on the cusp read their horoscope? I'm on the Aquarius Pisces cusp. Okay, so take a lesson from me, Peyton. You are one sign or the other. Okay, this is something I learnt from Jonathan Kaner, who was the UK's #1 astrologer for many, many years, and was probably my biggest and best astrological mentor. Unofficial. He never said, I'll be your mentor. He just took me under his wing. I wrote monthly horoscopes on his website under my name with my photo, my byline for about 4 years. That helped get me started. He really helped me. He always, he helped me. He just taught me about how to interpret things, especially how to do them in horoscopes. And one thing he used to be really big on was the fact that if you are one sign or the other. And once you understand astrology, you will understand why you are one sign or the other. Now, let me just give you a really brief summary of this. It's because there are 30 degrees in each sign, okay? 30 degrees. So there's a circle. When you get your birth chart done, it's a circle and all the planets are all pictured. It's basically a photograph or a snapshot of the signs when you were born, of the planets when you were born. And so there are 30 degrees in each sign. And just so you know, they go from 0 to 29, okay? So if you are 0 degrees Aries, okay, if you are 0 degree Aries, you are on the cusp, sure, but you are an Aries, full stop. If you are 29 degrees Pisces, which is the one before, like I should have probably started with Pisces. If you are 29 degrees Pisces, so you're born just at the changeover time, so you're the last degree of Pisces, you are a Pisces. You're not kind of a bit Aries because you're at 29 Pisces, you're Pisces. But if you were born hours later and the sun had changed signs and you're 0 degree Aries, you are Aries. You're not a bit Pisces, you're Aries. Okay? Even 0 degrees, yes. So bear in mind that you might have, okay, so Peyton's saying, I'm definitely Pisces. Pisces starts on February the 19th. Here's the funny thing, Peyton and anyone else. It actually changes from year to year, okay? So if you were born on February the 19th in 1980, or you were born on February the 19th in 1970, it may or may not have changed signs on that day. So for example, I had a boyfriend many years ago who said that he was a Scorpio. He told me he was a Scorpio, and I just took that as gospel because I wasn't really into astrology at that point. And when I started to study astrology about 10 years after we'd broken up, and I was thinking back over, people I knew and friends and ex-boyfriends and everything, and I was like, nah, he was not a Scorpio. He was like this happy-go-lucky, hi, it's me, let's go and have fun, let's go and have a party. I was like, he was so not a Scorpio. He was a Sagittarius, for sure. So I looked up his date. I didn't even need his time of birth because you've got a couple of days, And I looked him up and, of course, he was a Sagittarius. So the next time I saw him, I was like, by the way, you're a Sagittarius, not a Scorpio. He's like, what? I'm like, yep, I did your chart. People are saying, how do you find out? Well, you can get your chart done for free on the internet in about 5 million places at the moment. So the one I offer, which is free, and you get a little readout which kind of tells you where your planets are and where your houses are. I developed that. Please don't offer friend requests for readings and stuff. I'd rather be able to recommend people myself, and I do have someone I recommend. If you want a reading from someone, email me. I'm not doing them, but I know someone who does them really, really well. I'd rather you do that if you don't mind, sorry. Anyway, so to get your chart done, oh, is that a spammer? Right, well, don't take any, anyone who's offering readings, here we go. All right, so I can see the spammer. I'll just get rid of them. There we go, goodbye. Don't take any readings. Anyone who's offering readings, just say no, thank you very much, and email Yasmin@yasminboland.com. Actually, no, better than that. Email support@yasminboland.com, and I'll send you the name of some amazing astrologers who are not spammers. Anyway, where was I going with that? My friend who is this, yeah. So, where to get your free chart? moonmessages.com/free chart, one word. moonmessages.com/free chart, and you can get your chart for free. All right, I am actually going to go to the lines right now. Louis, I can't see, because I've got Louis, my son, I've got Louis who runs the board at the radio station. Louis in the USA, I actually would just like to choose, I don't know. I mean, I haven't even seen if there's anyone on the line. Let's have a look, because I have only given the number once. Who knows? Oh my God, I can't go on. Here we go. Sign in options again. Sorry, guys. If there's anyone on line 1, Louis, can you put me through to them, please? Is there anyone there?
Yes, this is going to be Darcy.
Darcy, all right. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of people waiting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, because I'm just in a different place right now. I'm just going to do card readings today. Darcy, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Nice to speak to you. So tell us, Darcy, what star sign are you?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Ah, excellent. Fun Sagittarius. Oh, what I was going to say before as well is when you do your chart, you might find obviously I don't know with Darcy, but you might be a Sagittarius with 4 planets in Capricorn, for example. Or you might be a Gemini with 4 planets in Gemini. You know, like that's why you need to do your chart to find out. Do you know your chart at all, Darcy?
Yes, I do, Yasmin.
Okay, so what's your moon sign? Just tell us for fun.
I'm Cancer rising.
And your moon?
Hang on one second here.
Oh, I'm putting you on the spot. No, that's okay. I was just curious. It's no problem. No problem. So, Darcy, because I don't have my computer set up properly in this room where I am right now at my friend's house in France, would you mind asking a question and I will answer with the cards?
Am I going to find a new career that I like?
Okay, so the first thing to know when you're asking the cards is you don't ask yes or no. So maybe more like, what do I need to know to find a career that I like? How does that sound?
Yes, that would be wonderful.
What are you doing now?
I'm unemployed.
Okay.
Adventure.
Sorry?
I actually moved based on astrocartography, and I moved a few months prior to what's been happening. And so I've been on the road, and I'm in a particular area now, and I'm trying to find a job. I'm totally on my dime, not on any unemployment. It's been an adventure on my dime, but I've had a hard time finding a job.
And what are you looking for?
Sales management, customer service management, something in the motivational.
Okay. Well, send me your CV. You never know. I'm not even joking. Send it in to Yasmin at yasminboland.com.
Yasmin at yasminboland.com. I will.
Might as well. Okay, I have a card for you here. I've already drawn it. Are you ready for it?
Yes, please.
It's a really good card, okay? You guys saw me on Facebook. They saw me shuffling. She got the new moon card, the new moon eclipse card. Expect powerful change. So there's something big coming your way, Darcy. So just hang on in there. If it's not me, it's going to be someone else. Let me just get you the reading. New moon eclipse. Okay. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, so in other words, about getting a job that you enjoy, this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable, which it sounds like they are a little bit. However, any new directions you take will almost certainly lead to somewhere better than where you are now. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason you'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Okay? So your affirmation is, never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. And an additional meaning for this card is, you're being shunted towards your life's purpose, your life purpose, okay? This is an important turning point in your life. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. So what do you think about all that?
I think that's fabulous. You know, they always say life is for you, it's not against you. But thanks for these words of positivity that I can take with me this week. I really, really, really appreciate your time. And you have a wonderful vacation. And I'm going to send you my resume.
You send me your resume. And Darcy, what they say is, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. It took me like 5 years of hearing, or maybe 10 years of hearing that saying to understand it. So there you go. And someone on Facebook is saying, oh, I'm getting chills for you, Darcy. So that's nice. All right.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm just going to do a reading for someone who's on Facebook actually right now, which is Cindy Conti Crow, who's often around. And I know she's just had her birthday, and it was a big birthday. And she said, can I have a card for my new decade? So I'm going to give you, this is for you, Cindy. I hope I've got your name right. Cindy Conti Crow, is it? It's no longer on my screen. Oh, Sabrina says, can you repeat that? Okay. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. This is your card, Cindy Crow Conti. Ah, well, you got a nice affirmation at your big birthday. You actually got the new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So, Cindy, whatever you're working towards, your hard work is paying off. There we go. Okay. So, all right. So, Louis, can we now go to caller number 5?
Okay, that's Pam.
Oh, cool. All right. Thanks, Louis. So, Pam, are you there, madame?
Yes.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Very well, thank you. Where are you? Tell us where you are.
I'm in Edgerton, Wisconsin.
Oh, what happens in Wisconsin?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Madison. No.
Sorry?
Madison is pretty well known. We have a lot of water.
You have water. What do you have? Like rivers or lakes or?
Lake, rivers.
Oh,
Lots of rivers.
right. Ah, okay. Well, welcome onto the show, Pam, from Wisconsin. So I have a card for you. Do you have a question?
I have a friend, and today is his birthday. And we actually met on eHarmony 2 years ago.
Oh.
And we just talk on the phone or FaceTime.
Oh, that's nice. Have you actually met in person yet?
And asked him about that relationship.
So is this card is about that relationship, is it? It's not for him?
Yes.
Ah.
No, I'm a Sag and he's a Leo. I have a lot of Leos in my life.
Right. And what's holding you back? Are you worried that he might not like you if he meets you?
He lives in Georgia. I think he's pushing me away more than me pushing him away.
Okay. But you're saying you don't think he's right for you. Is that because he's not...
Open to it?
Okay, so anyway, I don't know if you're a regular listener of mine, but I'm afraid to say, Pam, you've got the dreaded full moon in Leo card, which comes up every 5.5 nanoseconds. So what you need to make sure of, the don't let pride get in your way card, what you need to make sure is you're not backing off from this relationship or keeping him at arm's length because you're worried, you know, that he won't like you if you meet in person, for example, or some other...
The attitudes in Wisconsin are much different than the attitudes in Georgia. So
what?
there's that also.
Right.
He lives in the Bible Belt.
He lives where? In the Bible Belt?
Yes, and when it comes to like readings and mediumship and everything, he's intuitive himself, but he kind of denies it.
Okay, all right. So it says, have you been letting pride get in your way? Is the question you're asking based on your ego or is it from your heart? This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that's developed. More love and thoughts of the greater good are the solution for this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, it's time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you, or in this case, the needs of this gentleman. This will help all your relationships. So be magnificent without being too much. Everybody is equally important. And it does say a friendship could be ending, but hopefully that doesn't apply to you. So I think you need to just make sure you're not coming at this from an ego point of view of, you know, or you know, sometimes we can kind of assume, oh, because he's from the Bible Belt, he's going to be like that. And, you know, we have to give people be the chance of who they are, you know.
His attitude is very much like that, though.
Right. Right. Well, hopefully it's not a friendship that's ending. Hopefully it's a question of thinking about what he needs and trying to, like, make sure you're not kind of deciding for him.
Yes, absolutely. We'll both evolve.
Exactly. All right, Pam, I'm sorry I couldn't be more help. That card comes up every 5.5 nanoseconds.
I know.
You know, you got it as well. All right, well, thank you, Pam. So we only have about another minute or two. So what I thought I would do to finish off is I've drawn us a card, which I have seen, I must admit. And I want to just talk about it, first of all, in the context of Jupiter moving back into Aquarius this week as we go through the waning cycle. So... okay, so Saturn, remember, is in Aquarius, Jupiter's in Aquarius, and it's very much a case of where you put in the hard work, it will pay off, okay? That's what Jupiter and Saturn together are. It's about hard work and rewards. It's about tough times, staying positive. And I wanted to draw a card for everybody who's listening or watching on Facebook or who listens to the rebroadcast on unityonlineradio.org or who watches the rebroadcast on Facebook. And this is for you, okay? And the card we've got is, are you ready? And it's not a Leo card. It's hold your vision. Hold your vision. So if you're asking for a card on Facebook, or if you're thinking at home, listening, thinking, I wish I could have a card, or even just because you're listening, it's for you. Hold your vision. And what this card does is it reminds us that even though there can be obstacles, even though sometimes things don't happen at the exact time we want them, hold your vision. I'm going to do that. And I will see you back here in September, because that's it for me. I'm going on holidays. I'll be on Facebook Live every now and then.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Louie. I'll speak to you in September.
All right. Have a good break.
Thank you so much. Speak to you later.
No problem.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So there we go. I've got only one Louie in the room now. All right, guys. Well, on that note, hold your vision. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back. I'll be on and off Facebook. I mean, as long as you don't mind me turning up with wet hair from the pool, I will turn up every now and then. I'll be doing chanting on Thursday mornings, and I'll be doing all sorts. Remember, if you want a reading with me, yours truly, buy your diary and register it on the page above. Or if you've already bought it, go to the email, find the transaction number, put it into the thing above, and we will be announcing the winner of the reading very, very soon. So I hope you've enjoyed my love hearts, and I am now going for a swim. Yay! Lots of love, guys.